This reminds me when Trump was taking all his fitness tests to prove that he wasn't too old to be president. Well, newsflash, 70 and above is too old to be president. Cutoff age, the maximum age that a person should be able to be um, as a president is 65. The moment you're 65, you should be ineligible to be president. If we're going to have a minimum age for presidency, we need a maximum age.
The oldest president in US history left Walter Reed National Military Medical Center triumphant after a 2.5-hour routine physical examination from which his doctor handed down a verdict of fit for duty. Cognitive tests are not usually included in such examinations, and the White House rebuked any suggestion that this would be necessary.
The president's doctor has said, if you look at what this president, the president who is also the commander-in-chief, he passes a cognitive test every day, as he moves from one topic to another topic, understanding the granular level of these topics.
Okay, so what about when he's confusing leaders for different leaders, or not able to remember who is what's going on, or anything like that? Like with Trump, when he's having his memory slip ups, calling his wife Mercedes, or saying Nikki Haley and Nancy Pelosi are the same people, are confusing each other for each other.
After polling showed that 76% of US voters have misgivings about the president's age in the run-up to the 2024 presidential race. A recent report exonerating Joe Biden over the possession of classified documents after leaving office in 2017 referred to him as an elderly man with a poor memory, also calling it hazy, fuzzy, and faulty. His response was irate.
Okay, so according to our government, Biden is just a elderly man with a bad memory, and that's why he shouldn't be charged for keeping classified documents. But on the other hand, he is this fit for duty guy who has the mental acuity to be able to be president. How do those things that contradict each other somehow mesh with each other? Because that just doesn't make any sense.
Mr. President.
My memory is not good. My memory is fine. My memory, take a look at what I've done since I've become president.
Only to compound criticism by calling Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi the president of Mexico during the same press conference. This days after confusing Emmanuel Macron with long-dead President Mitterrand, who left office in 1995. But
Okay, so what do these slip-ups say about Joe Biden? He's definitely getting up there in age, and everybody knows when people start getting up there in age, their mental facilities start slipping, and that is when, they should stop working. I mean, most people want to retire at like 65 and stuff. That's in my opinion why the maximum age for presidency should be at least 65. Probably lower it down to 60.
But Biden's most likely opponent, Donald Trump, is 77, and he too has had his moments, as his opponent for the Republican nomination reminded voters.
It's bigger than just Joe Biden. You can look at the same thing, whether it was Donald Trump getting me confused with Nancy Pelosi, his temper tantrums, the things that he's done. It is time for a new generational leader.
That's at least one thing I can agree with Nikki Haley on. It is time we had actual, like, young blood be president, and have a different generation of people be the leaders of the United States, instead of having people that are 70 and 80 years old being either like Congress people or being the president. Nobody wants that anymore. The generation that exists nowadays, they want people that they can relate to.
But as Trump closes in on the Republican nomination,